right, we are here on campus at Etowah High School. We're doing our preseason video tour, and we're going to let these gentlemen introduce themselves at this time.
Andrew Pierce. I'm a senior. I play safety and receiver.
And Josh Graham. I play receiver and DB senior.
My name is Jason Patrick. I'm a senior. I play nose.
All right, we'll start right back over here with Andrew. Andrew, how's it been since you guys have been back out here with the football team? I know you had a super long, extended baseball season that went all the way to the state championship game. Obviously, it's a little bit different sport, and I know you guys had to be a little bit, at least mentally fatigued after that. But how's it been for you yourself? And then we're going to pass the question down.
Well, physically, my body was beat after baseball. It was a long season. I've really never played that long of a season. But I love coming out here. Coach Glover and Coach Bond are very similar in the way they discipline and the way they hold practices and the way they hold us accountable. And I just love it out here. We're getting after it right now.
Same question. How you, so far since you've been back with the football team?
It's been good. I like how Coach Glover coming in, changing the program around, making it more disciplined, harder on those football team. And yeah, I'm living it.
It's been good. I like how Coach Glover has came in, hold us accountable, and make sure we're working hard and holding us to our best expectation.
All right, start right back here with you. When it's super hot like this and you guys are out there getting after it, man, just how tough is it for those who are at home watching in the air conditioner?
It's tough. You're not working. Yeah, it's hot out. We know that. It's going to have to work through it.
Same question to you, Josh.
Oh yeah, it's hot, but we want to be a good football team. We got to come out here and work harder than everybody else. Everybody else in the same league, so we just got to work harder and come out here every day. Same mentality, come out here and get better every day.
Yeah, it's all about outworking our opponents, outworking anybody that's going to be in our way. Just go out there and work hard.
What do you guys think about the scheme Matt Glover brought in? Obviously, won the state championship last year with Clay. As a very, very well-renowned defensive coordinator and also the assistant coach of the year.
I like it. We're going to fly around to the football. We're going to cause a lot of chaos. We're going to get in not only the quarterback's head, not only players on the field, but the other side's coaches. We're going to get in their head. We're going to fly around.
Same question.
Oh yeah, I feel like really coming in, defense coordinator / head coach, we're going to confuse the offense a whole lot. And it's going to be good because, most time last year, the way we did stuff, it was just different. Like, we didn't really change it up on the offense none, so I'm ready to see how that's going to be this year.
I feel like it's a lot to learn. It's different, and just going to have to get used to it, and it's very confusing. But as long as we learn it, we'll be good.
Let's change gears and go talk about the weight room a little bit. I know that's looking different. How's that working out so far for you guys?
It's different. I like it. It's just real different.
I feel like he makes sure we work. Like, when we get in there, we're going to get after it every day. Every fourth quarter, all fourth quarter, we're going to get after it every time. I love it.
We get in there, we lift heavy weight. Everybody's in there lifting for each other. We're all going to try to hit each other's max. We're all going to help each other get stronger in the weight room. And
last question, just give me a little final thoughts on what you guys got to do this summer to peak out when the season gets here in August.
We know we got to learn the system, get better every single day. The work we're putting in now is going to last week 10, week 12, week 15. When we get there, it's going to all pay off and work right now.
I feel like once we get to the season, we'll be prepared and ready. So that first game will be good. And like I said, it's my senior year. I'm hoping to make it far this year. We lost early last year, so hopefully we can get back to playoffs and make a long run.
I feel the work gonna pay off, and hopefully we make it far. Cause like he said, it's my senior year. I don't want to end early.
Absolutely. Guys, I appreciate you. I'm going to let you go cool off. Andrew, I'm going to let you go throw up or cramp out, whichever one comes first. See you guys later. Good luck. All right, back here on Etowah's campus. This time we got the offensive guys, the playmakers in here, and I'm going to let these gentlemen introduce themselves at this time.
Mario Finch, senior, wide receiver.
Bodie Bennett, junior, wide receiver.
All right, we'll start right back here. Since Coach Roach got here, and he brings in a unique offense, a lot of motions and formations and things. What's it been like getting to know Coach Roach and his style of offense?
It's been difficult and confusing. We have a whole lot of motions. We really didn't motion last year and move a lot, so it's been difficult and confusing.
It's a whole lot different last year. We got a lot to learn, a lot of more plays to go over, and just got to get it to a T.
Now, when you see it's difficult to learn, how do you guys think the defense looks when they see it on film?
They're going to be so confused, they ain't going to know what to do.
No doubt.
Confused, hard to adjust to it.
Now, you guys have multiple quarterbacks here that can get the job done. Both bring different attributes. Take a second and talk about your two quarterbacks, what they both bring to the table.
Trace, he can get out the pocket, throw it, he has an arm on him. Jameson, same way. It's like they're the same person.
Trace, he's got a cannon, so he can just throw it wherever you want to on the field. And Jameson do pretty much the same. He can get out there and run it a little bit.
No doubt. Now, Bo, to you again, he's on the baseball team that went, and Andrew said, he was pretty spent when he got out here finally. He says the longest baseball season in his life. How are you hanging in there since then?
It was tiring. We took a little week break, but it's good to be back here and get back on so many things.
No doubt. And question to you, having your brother there as a mentor for you, obviously that's got to help. Something to kind of gauge yourself on, because he's in your role here, just a couple of years ago as a senior at Etowah and had a tremendous year. How's your brother been mentoring you through this process, knowing you're rolling into this year?
He's been telling me everything I need to do to look good and get college coaches to look at me and everything, and how to run the routes right, and just listen to the coaches and listen to what they tell me to do.
And I want each one of you guys to take a minute to talk about Coach Glover. We talked about your offensive coordinator, Coach Roach. What's that transition been like, having Coach Glover here overlooking the program, and you see all the changes all the way from the field house to the way y'all practice, timed and everything? What does that look like?
This is way different from last year. I feel like we're going to go far this year because of the way he holds us accountable and makes us just work hard and discipline.
He's very, if you do something wrong, you're gonna pay the price. You need the punishment. It just keeps us in line, make sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Now, I just got through here watching you guys practice and hearing his speech afterward. And he talked about what Etowah used to be, how teams were beat when they showed up, and how people used to fear going out on Jim Glover Field. What's that mean to you, like Coach said, to be the foundation that's going to bring that back to Attalla?
It feels really good because, we kind of did this year in baseball, brought it back, and we're trying to do the same thing this year in football, bring back what used to be here at Etowah.
I just think it means he believes that we can take it in the long run and make it for him.
No doubt. Well, guys, give me your final thoughts, kind of like I did with the defensive side of the football earlier. Just final thoughts about this summer and what you guys got to do to be peaking when you go into games in August.
We got to work hard, listen to the coaches, and don't be lazy.
We just got to keep getting after it. We got to be stronger, more physical than everybody we play.
100%. I appreciate you guys. Good luck to you guys in the season.
Yes, sir.
All right, we are back here on Etowah's campus with head coach Matt Glover. And Coach Glover, we checked in with you a couple of times when you took the job, but we talked about the day when you finally got everybody out here, and that's been a long journey because of the way baseball performed this year, which is a good thing. But now that you have everybody out here, what's your initial thoughts with having the team out here together?
I've been pleased. We've had them. Last week we had some basketball play days the same day, and so this is the first week we've had them every day. Everybody, pretty much, besides kids doing some baseball camps and stuff like that. And I was talking to a buddy last night about it, and he said, "Well, how's it going?" I said, "Well, I kind of relate it to whenever I taught my daughter learned to read. She had to learn the alphabet first, and she had to learn to sound out the letters. And then she had to put two together and sound them out. We're sounding out letters right now, so it's going good. The kids are buying in. They're showing up on time, wearing what they're supposed to wear. Giving pretty decent effort. It's just They just got to find out how we are, how I am, and once they get that, they're fine." So.
Coach, you've got some new faces on the coaching staff here. Who are some of these new coaches for these Etowah fans to look out for this year?
Yeah, the guys back from last year. Coach Pierce is back. He's been coaching linebackers again. He's been here since Moby Dick was a minnow. So then you got Coach Dupree. He moved from defense. He's coaching receivers this year. And then Coach Ray, he went from working quarterbacks OC, and he's doing secondary this year. And then the new guys we got coming in are Coach Slivka, who was at the middle school last year's O-line coach. He's our O-line coach for the high school. Coach Sanders, who is fresh out of college, played for me at St. Clair County. He's coaching secondary. And then Coach Roach, I've known him for a while, experienced guy, came from Center Point from South Side area. He's the OC. I'm still trying to have one guy leave just this week for a DC job, so I'm still trying to fill one more position, but that's kind of where we're at. And then the most important coach is Coach Townsend, my DFO. Anna, she takes care of everything, so she's also helping out. So it's a good group of guys, and we're all trying to get things the way we need to get it going and get kids. Big things just hold kids accountable. Whether it's how you dress, how you get to school, if we can get kids on time, and we can get them dressing like they're supposed to dress, and get them doing what they're supposed to do, then the football's easy. If you don't get that fixed first, then football's hard. And so I told him, I said, we got all athletic ability in the world, but athletic ability gets beat if you don't do little things right. So that's what we're trying to really stress, the little things to make the big things happen. And I know that's coach speak, but it's so true.
It's fact, though. Mm-hmm. What's these guys looking like in the weight room now that you've had them in there for a couple of months? I haven't. The ones that have been in there since I got here, they've gotten stronger. I think we made and that's probably around, not but about 15 or 20 kids that have been here since day one. They probably made a 60-pound increase on squat, 60 to 100, 40, 50-pound increase on bench. They've done really good. Now the baseball kids, they've been with the coach in basketball, so we hadn't had them. So they've been in season, so it's hard to bulk up in season. So, we're just trying to teach them how to work out, everybody how we do things, but they're getting stronger. We're going to change it next year. We're going to go to where all our athletes lift at 7 o'clock in the morning, no matter what sport you play. So all male athletes will be up there lifting at 7 o'clock year round. So now you don't have your 3-sport at like Jameson. He's played 3 sports. It's hard for him to get stronger because he's in season the whole year. Yeah. So now we can kind of get him in the morning, lift him, and he's got the rest of the day to recoup before we practice. So I think it's going to be a good thing for us. So. That makes a lot of sense.
And we're changing too. We're going to start lifting our. I'm going to actually go to the middle school for 2 periods, and all 7th grade and 8th grade boys athletes will have athletics with me. So their PE period will be in the weight room.
That's a huge.
No, it's really it's good.
Huge thing.
Get them started. And 2 things. One, we get them, liking weights, because a lot of kids don't like it or kind of intimidated about it. And number 2, I get to know them. They get to know me. They get to know our coaches. So you build that, because a lot of times at big schools, I didn't know the 7th, 8th graders, so they got to high school. So, it's worked out good. So.
And these guys are going to have to, some of these guys are going to have to play pretty early over the next few years.
I tell them, I don't care what grade you're in. If you can play, you can play. I think last year at Clay, we started 2 or 3 in the state championship game, 9th graders. So, by the time, you're week 10, week 11, week 12, the 9th grader's no longer 9th grader. He's a senior, junior, sophomore type kid. So
that's exactly right. Now, there's so much I could ask you, but another something huge y'all have going on here is the way the field house looks and the layout of it. That's one of the things you changed immediately. Right. Can you talk about that for a second?
Yeah, the field house, I think, was built in
91.
Yeah, something like that, 91, in which it was built. I mean, it was, you look at this gym's as nice as around, and it was built for that era where, the coach, you only had one projector, you had one cowboy clicker, and you showed it on a projector, and you had the whole team watching in a team meeting room. So that's kind of the way we do things, not very practical for us anymore. So we took that out, and then we went in and added 4 offices in there. And so now there'll be 6 offices in the field house where each position coach will have their group. So like when we watch film in the mornings, like O-line, they can go right there, watch film, and then come to where they got to go instead of having to go all the way to the school, go to the classroom. That knocks out 10 minutes. And plus it gives them something, the coaches here gives them an office. They didn't have an office. Everybody, you walk in the field house, everybody's office is right there. So I'm just trying to, it really looks good. City of Attalla stepped up and helped me out a lot in it. So I really thank Mayor Means and the City of Attalla for what all they've done. I've been to, 27 years coaching. I think this is the 7th or 8th community I've been in, and I've never, ever been in a community where the city helps out as much as they do here. You know, it's
I love
it's
Etowah.
amazing. I interviewed a guy the other day for a thing, and he was talking about how, Etowah people, perception from people outside of here is that the fandom is kind of crazy type.
Oh, yeah.
It's Alabama Auburn type.
Rabid.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so that and it comes off as like they're crazy, but man, they're just passionate about what
That's right.
First time I came to a basketball game in here, me and my wife came and watched, I think it was Talladega or somebody, and she told me, she looked around, she said, man, I've never seen so many people with actual school colors on in the game before. And I was like, yeah, it's different, so, and I love it, that's, nowadays, there's no communities, it's more commuter type deals.
That's right.
And so, but this is a community that, when you look at baseball and success Coach Bone had and how the fans turned out for that. So, it's very exciting, very exciting.
Attalla eats, sleeps, and drinks.
Mhm.
This
Yep.
school right
Yep.
here, man, ain't no doubt about it. Now, final thoughts. I don't want to keep you all day because I know you got a lot of stuff to do still. Just your overall final thoughts on what you got to get done between now and August to have you guys peaking out at the right time.
We got to get the mental aspect fixed. Number one, we got to get the mental aspect fixed. The mentality of don't quit. The mentality of when things go bad, we don't blame other people. We don't look down. We don't throw helmets. We don't argue and gripe amongst each other. The athletic ability's there. There's no doubt in my mind that it's all here. And then get everybody when I get them all on the same page and the peers are coaching other peers and getting on other peers, then I know we got it where we're going. And it's getting there. It just takes, some leadership just to show them this is how we got to have it done. So, I think the sky's the limit for us. We can be as good as we want to be. We can be as bad as we want to be. It's up to us and as coaches to make it, it's my job to get everybody on the right page and get going. So, the one thing about it is I don't know who will hit, who won't hit. I don't know if he'll fall out and hit water or not. So, because we hadn't had a chance to hit. So, it's going to have to be. We as coaches got to do a good job of putting our guys in the right position to be successful, to help the team and want for them to be successful. My goal is to have 11 starters on offense, 11 starters on defense. So I don't want to have kids going both ways if I can help it. But we just got to find what spot that kid can buy into and be helpful for this program. And so that's kind of the hard part right now because we're out there playing in underwear right now, no shoulder pads on, so you don't know. This kid might look great until you put that shoulder pad on. Then the first time he goes to make a tackle, make a block, and so then we go, oh, we done wasted a lot of time on this, So, but that's kind of what we got to get.
Well, that starts in July.
Oh yeah. Good thing about not doing spring, we'll be able to start the last week of July, so we start a week of practice, and we're good. We got a fall jamboree we're able to play this year, so we can play a practice game type deal before we play, because I don't care what happens, They've never been on a game day atmosphere with me, and they don't know what I expect. Neither do these coaches. The only one that's ever been around me on game day is Coach Sanders, who played for me. So that's a good thing to go through that day and show how we prepare for a game. It don't start at 4 o'clock preparing for a game on Friday. It starts at 7 o'clock in the morning when you get here. So, so that'll be good to work out the kinks. Because it always happens. So
Ain't no doubt about it. Well, Coach, good luck, and I know you guys are got to put in the work, but I know you're going to get it done, and I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to do these interviews with me. Thank you so much.
thanks, Bo. Appreciate everything you do.
All right, thank you, sir.